take one. The Lions Gate Bridge. The Golden Lions Gate Bridge. Built in 1938, this is how the structure looked in 1987, November 22nd, 1987. It's gone through a lot of updates, refits, and proposed amendments to the bridge, but the fact is, the bridge is still there. It's baffled the critics, and it is still remaining. They said in 1938, when it was designed, that it would last for 75 years, and it has indeed lasted for 75 years. Linking the North Shore, British properties, to Vancouver. And this is its story. An historical archaeologist doesn't have an easy task. But when he finally does to go getting to the site, my site being the Lions Gate Bridge, he has to be prepared. He has to bring with him a bag or bags to collect samples with, a ruler to probe the depths of the earth to see if he feels anything down there, and to measure dimensions. A notepad and clipboard, which I don't have on me now, but rest assured I do have, and of course, the compass. Well, we're standing here at the north end of the Lions Gate Bridge in West Vancouver. Observe its interesting architecture, the massive foundations of its structure that hold it together, that took men a period of 4 to 8 years to assemble, and the subsequent leftovers of the bridge construction underneath the bridge here. You can hear it, you can seal it, and you can feel it. You've all been touched by Lions Gate Bridge, and that is something that nobody can argue about. The Lions Gate Bridge was built in 1938 at a cost of $6 million. Why was it built? Well, because of the British properties up there. They provided the money, the Guinness family did, to provide a link between Vancouver and the properties. Now, somebody might think, why didn't they get the bridge made earlier? Why? Why didn't they? Because West Vancouver didn't want a bridge. They already had a ferry system, and the bridge would be dangerous to it. But in 1932, Reeve Leyland approved the bridge, and he was the first Reeve to do this. It's interesting to note that underneath the Lions Gate Bridge here, we have a richness of cultural debris, a sort of assortment of garbage dump. And as you can see, it is frequented by quite a lot of people who are here not to observe the Lions Gate Bridge, but are here just to have fun. The Lions Gate Bridge, a place to have fun, an interesting historical place where there's lots of debris to be found, an actual dump, and actually, this very site here was the site. This here was the site of a World War II gun emplacement. And that's it for the Lions Gate Bridge Part 2. Wow! The Lions Gate Bridge, a very peaceful sort of place. People have jumped off the bridge, people have sailed under the bridge, people have run underneath the bridge. And there have been bridge proposals. Many bridge proposals. miles of bridge that would lead from Prospect Point, not Prospect Point, I think that's where that little lighthouse is there, flicking away in the distance, going right beside the Lions Gate Bridge, 9 feet beside it, right running parallel to it. It would be a big 6-lane bridge. The Lions Gate Bridge could have had an extra lane added onto it. I mean, it was originally designed for 2 lanes, and it had 3 lanes added onto it. It could have had an extra lane, but the money, a person who was proposing this, didn't get the backing. There have been other proposals besides other bridge proposals, such as a tunnel proposal, leading from down in Stanley Park at Brockton Point and going to North Vancouver. It would go underneath the water. The way you get to the tunnel is, it would be a diversion off somewhere off Hastings, and you would have to destroy the beautiful Stanley Park. Because if you have another Stanley Park bridge, you're gonna have to destroy Stanley Park, and we don't want Stanley Park destroyed because it's beautiful. And that's part 3. Gigantic, massive tower of the north end of the Lions Gate Bridge was constructed first. Then the south tower was constructed. The bridge was pieced together in between those 2 towers. The bridge has been tested nowadays in 1987. Actually, tests from 1967 to 1987 have proved that the bridge is architecturally secure for at least another 20 years. But I tell you what, I love the bridge. And it's safe. Makes it unique? Well, I think the thing that makes the Lions Gate unique is that a lot of it is on land. Here at the north end, look at all those massive structures all in a row, all symmetrically lined up, all designed precisionally by a finely tuned worker. That is what makes it interesting to me. And also the fact is, it's remained green all these years. Look at it. Look down there. Now, is that a scene? Is that a scene out of Star Wars? Or is that a scene out of 1938? You decide for yourself. Other motorists heading downtown. This is how it has changed. This is how it looks today. Over there, the massive cloverleaf installed in 1958, as the inscription reads down there, to provide the North Shore with an interesting link downtown. Let's move on to the bridge and see what other things we can find out about it today. Investigating a historical site, you have to be careful not to include every bit of artifact that you find as necessary pertinent to the site. These artifacts down there, I immediately assumed were something to do with the Lions Gate Bridge, but they're not. Upon further investigation, I found out that they were to do with road construction. So we eliminated that. But if we look over there, we see some green stuff down there, which were indeed used to match the colors of the Lions Gate Bridge in 1960 or so. Hey, John, how's it going? All right. Those people there are running on the Lions Gate Bridge. One reason that they're running on the bridge is because it has been widened. It was widened in 1975 from about where that sort of wetness begins to the edge here. And this allows for quite a bit of space, as you can see. A recent addition to the Lions Gate Bridge. A change. This right there, this sort of metal thing over there, is a part of the bridge that was added onto. We are standing directly above pictures that you looked up at. Again, from the refurbishing of the Lions Gate Bridge between 1975 and 1979 for a price of $20 million. Here we are standing at the part where the old Lions Gate Bridge meets the new Lions Gate Bridge. You must remember the Lions Gate Bridge is a suspension bridge. It's suspended, and this is what suspends it. These giant cables. We will now move on to the part of the Lions Gate Bridge which narrows, which has not been widened. Let's move on, investigate, and hang on to our dear lives. The Lions Gate Bridge here has shown the weather. If you can look over there, you can see the deck. It's been replaced before. It's a unique constructed deck, but it is in need of some sort of repair. Right here, we're standing on the sidewalk of the Lions Gate Bridge. As you can feel, it's curved inward, as if something's heavy standing on it. Well, it's true that people on the bridge, the cars on the bridge, have bend the sidewalk, but the actual bending of the sidewalk is explained by the suspension bridge nature of the bridge. It's twisted, and that's why it's wrecked. It's in need of repair here too. As you can see, it's really chipping away right here. An actual Lions Gate Bridge chunk of cement. I'm gonna keep it. Sorry, I gotta keep it. As you can see over there, a freighter is passing successfully underneath the Lions Gate Bridge. In about 1982 it was, the USS aircraft carrier Ranger tried to make it into the Burrard Dry Docks, but didn't because it was too high. It did not clear the Lions Gate Bridge, the gigantic, the massive Lions Gate Bridge. As you know, the Lions Gate Bridge is a suspension bridge, and it's not all solidly attached to one another. Down there, you can see a roller, and there's sort of some rested area on which the roller has been rolling. That's to allow the bridge to sway. The bridge was closed once because of winds from Hurricane Frida or Hilda or one of those in 1962. But those are the sort of things that are supposed to prevent it, even in high winds, from falling apart, because it allows for swaying. The Lions Gate Bridge is falling apart. Look at this. Would you like to lean on this thing here so not to fall apart? It's flaking away. Look at that. It's flaking away. The Lions Gate Bridge is dying. And over there, look at those things. Look at that down there. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. It's falling away. Do you support that? Do you want to go over this bridge? There are some people that won't even go over this bridge. But there are some people that will jump off the bridge. This is a favorite place to jump off the bridge. No, yeah, sort of, because you might hit the rocks below and die. Let's just see the distance of jumping off the Lions Gate Bridge by throwing this sample echo fact off the bridge. A boat go underneath the Lions Gate Bridge. Now see a plane go over the bridge. You can get the size of the bridge's height by how much the plane clears it by. And you can also see right here that the bridge has been maintained. It has been repainted. This foghorn light combination thing is also very interesting. Also this here, I'm not sure what this does. I don't really want to find out by doing it, by switching it. I'm just going to leave it alone. There used to be a traffic direction building on top of the bridge, but it's gone now. It's all done from a black building over in West Van. It's gone. Actually, when boats used to go underneath the Lions Gate Bridge, if they sailed underneath it, they flushed their toilets on the people's head from up there. Over there, there's some expansion joints on the bridge. They allow the bridge, when it's in the winter, when it contracts, to expand, and when in the it get smaller or wanted it to. Contraction and expansion. That allows the Lionsgate Bridge to contract and expand. The Lionsgate Bridge! This is the reason it was built for these lions! The lions love me! They want to be my friend! These were sculpted by a well-known sculptor who sculpted a lot around Vancouver. Many generations of people have seen this. They've been vandalized, eroded, but the Lionsgate Bridge has remained. It will indeed remain. Sometimes archaeologists are afraid to get down, are afraid to jump. Imagine what it must feel to jump off the Lionsgate Bridge. This is what it looks like underneath the Lionsgate Bridge. At the south end of the Lionsgate Bridge. This is Prospect Point, the place where a new Lionsgate or a new First Narrows crossing would leave from, if proposals went through. You're looking at right now is a picture of the Lionsgate Bridge in 1947. This is how it looked. As you can see, there's sort of a little water fountain there, and there's a flagpole. This is how it appeared in September, Canadian Geographic Magazine, 1947. This is how it appears November 22nd, 1987. You can see the water fountain is still there. The sort of encapped crustings are still there, but there is no flagpole. There is no British flag. There is no shopping center. There is no little thingy on the top of the Lionsgate Bridge where they direct the traffic from. They direct the traffic from now is right from that building right over there. You see that big black building? See? Big black building with the radar spinning. That is where they direct the traffic from. That is what it looked like in 1947. Well, it's been fun doing the Lionsgate Bridge project so that future generations of people will learn something about the Lionsgate Bridge. West Vancouver, the bridge, its foundations that were dug out underground. People climbed in them, poured in cement, and they were made. I've really enjoyed this project, and I like to say thank you to the weather, to my mom, and to most of all, to my dear friend, the cameraman, Glenn. 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 Lions Gate